Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the F4U-4, the new Corsair added in the patch 1.71 that was just released. Fantastic. I was so looking forward to this patch and to the planes added in it. So finally can fly some new planes. Excellent. Now let me start with the model of this Corsair. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the detail on that engine there. It's just freaking amazing. I love the looks of this plane. It sits at 5.3 battle rating, and I may have something to say about that battle rating choice, but let's go into the plane and its pros and cons first. This plane is definitely the best Corsair that there is. Regarding its flight model, it's a good plane. It is a little bit more maneuverable and a little bit faster than most of the Corsairs. It has the same firepower but with a little bit better ammo load. Plane has a good ammo load. It has 2300 rounds for its 650 cal, so it has good firepower. The dive speed is very good, just like in the other Corsairs as well, compared to their battle rating. It has 840 max speed in a dive. And the handling is good to up about 550. After that you will suffer some control stiffening, and above 650 the control stiffening is real in this thing. Terrible control stiffening and actually leading to some problems. And another problem on speed is what you see here, is that it has some sort of a little wobble. I don't know for sure if it rolls completely off the central axis. It seems like it's rolling a bit off that. And that makes it difficult to adjust your aim to keep your guns on target while you make an approach on an enemy. Now you know my aim is usually pretty good, but I've had some troubles getting the guns and keeping the guns on target, resulting in a lot of hits because I fell short, like this wobble you see there. It has been plaguing me in this plane, and it has been quite frustrating, I have to say. Now the plane has a good energy retention in the horizontal. That is excellent. It really loses very little speed when you keep it in the horizontal. When you take it into the vertical though, you will lose speed like a brick wall. It is just insane how much speed you lose. So the energy retention in the vertical is not good at all. The climb rate also is not good. It's a little better than in the other Corsairs, but compared to the contemporary enemies at the 5.3 battle rating, your climb rate is really subpar, just like your energy retention in the vertical, which is not really good for a plane that is supposed to boom and zoom. Like I said, it has the best maneuverability of all the Corsairs, especially between 300 and 500 kilometers an hour. If you get below 300 kilometers an hour, this plane becomes really sluggish. The roll rate and the turn time really suffer from that. If you are faster than 550, the elevator starts to respond to the compression, and yeah, it starts to be a little bit unmaneuverable there as well. So you have a sweet spot between about 300 to about 550, and maybe you can stretch that to about 600, but that's about it. After that the plane, and before that the plane is not maneuverable. The plane is very versatile. It has a lot of payload options, and that might be something for you ground attack fans to take a look at. Might be interesting. Now, like I said, there are some major downsides with this plane. It loses a lot of energy in the vertical, like I said, and for a boom and zoomer that is not really a good thing. It also has severe overheating, so the moment you take off the airfield, you're climbing, you're using web, you will overheat in no time. And maybe that has to do with the new mechanic introduced with some planes, is that it loses more speed if it goes subpar its optimal climb speed. But I've been climbing at all kinds of speed and all kinds of angles to try to see what the best was, and it overheated in all cases. So whether that goes a little bit faster or a little bit slower doesn't really matter. Here you have one example of the maneuverability of the Corsair between 350 and 500 in this pretty nice defensive dogfight against this K4 and some allies that are gonna join him pretty soon. And we are always between about 500 to about 350 here, so that gives you an idea as to what the plane can do, and it can go toe to toe with a K4 with one, maybe two, but you know. Like I said, the overheating is a real problem in this plane. That is one of the reasons why it cannot get up to altitude, but also the climb rate of the other planes around this battle rating. For example, the K4 sits at 5.7. It's almost the same battle rating as this plane. It is a much better performing plane than this Corsair in the vertical. So huge control stiffening above 550, which can be a problem as well in a long boom and zoom, in a deep boom and zoom, which is also a problem for a boom and zoom. Here we almost get a shot here on the K4, but the connection is so short we only get a hit in, unfortunately. And the for me the major problem of the plane is that wobble, the problem you have with keeping the plane on target because of that thingy with the central axis. It doesn't roll quite off the central axis, at least I think that's what it is, and it does giving you a lot of issues keeping the guns on target. And I've had 13 matches in this plane. I had 10 kills and I died 5 times. And now I hit and I damaged a lot more planes than those 10 kills only, but that wobble has really made me curse in Dutch a few times, and for me, yeah, that is the major problem. The best results I had in this plane were a couple of 2-kill matches. I had a few 1-kill matches and I was shot down a few times in up tiers with a 5.3 battle rating. This plane up tiers to about 6.3 battle rating, and it's completely outclassed there. I feel this plane is even outclassed by a lot of planes at in a match at battle rating, so at its own battle rating. And I really think they made the battle rating too high. It's over tiered. For my taste, I think this plane should be 4.7, and probably I haven't flown the 4B out yet, the Canon version, but I think that thing should also probably, if the flight model is pretty similar, which it probably is, should probably be 5.0 instead of 5.7. But I still have to fly that one out. But for this plane in particular, right now, I've flown it out 13 matches. That's usually enough to get an ace or a 6-kill match or a couple of 4-kill matches. Not in this plane, not at its current flight model and the little wobble it has. It is not a bad plane, let me say that. It is better than all the other Corsairs, but I think it is over-tiered. 2 kills in this match, 1 ground target and 1 assist. Let's see what kind of rewards we got for that performance. We have Terror of the Sky, Bulletproof, and on hand 35,000 Silver Lions and 3,300 research points. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now, my feelings are mixed about this plane. That wobble what I was talking about, that difficulty to keep the guns on target, really has limited the amount of kills I got and really increased the amount of assists I've got. The 5.3 battle rating really makes the opposition very, very tough. The up tiers are ridiculous for this plane, for the performance of this Corsair. It is the best of the Corsair, like I said. The other Corsairs are all worse in performance than this, so it should be the highest ranking one. But I think this should be on par with the Canon Corsairs, the 1C. And the 1B should probably be 5.0. I still have to fly that out, so I'm not definitive about that yet. If it's better than this one, 5.3 might be the battle rating for that one. But this really is over tiered, 5.3 battle rating for this plane, even though it's the best of the Corsairs and it still does well in its role. But there is some severe limitation, like the overheating, the losing of energy in the vertical, the huge control stiffening above 700 and decent or big control stiffening above 550, and the fact that it doesn't roll off central axis. The wobble in the final approach to targets really limits this plane, and yeah, I don't think it is worth the 5.3 battle rating. I hope Gaijin will reconsider that. Guys, anyway, I will have the Hornet for you in the next review. So you can look forward to that. I also hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.